Islanders and shark fans, welcome back to another video. Today's episode is all about a news article that I was sent from 1988 claiming a great white shark washed up on a British beach in the south of England. I mean, even the dog's not buying this one, but there's enough in it for me to share it with you guys to let you make up your own minds, and I'll also go through a few other little shark related things that have been happening in British waters this summer. I've just been out on an epic adventure, kayaking, free diving, fishing. Obviously I filmed it, it'll be one of my next videos. Really loving the British summer and all it has to offer. But let's get back to this news article. It's written by the LA Times. It's a bit of an alarm bell. Why has no British media covered this? Anyhow, it claims in August the 20th, 1988, which is 34-ish years ago, that a great white shark, 17-foot great white shark, washed up St Clement's Beach, Torbay, near Torquay. Now, I couldn't find any record of St Clement's Beach, so I don't know if it ever existed. But I'll put the article on the screen, you can have a good look through it, and I'll link it below as well. So essentially, without reading the entire article to you guys, because you can do that yourselves, Michael Hansen, who is an Australian marine biologist, apparently identified and verified the body, allegedly worked for Exeter University. Now, I did verify with Exeter University that he was an employee, but they never told me what field or what sort of speciality he worked on. If you look at the Ullapool great white shark sighting of 2003, this guy was a jellyfish expert and all the newspapers said he was a shark expert. So yeah, this guy claims he saw the shark, it was a great white shark. They don't normally come this far past the Azores or this north. We know the closest recorded great white shark to Britain is 168 miles away from the Bay of Biscay. It's not that far away. Entirely possible. If this is your first time here, I've done a whole series of this about water temperature, food sources, viability, visibility, etc. Go check them out. It explains, this is just an add-on, this is part of the series. I like to cover things as and when they crop up. But he says probably a lone shark, but you can't say there wouldn't be other predators in the area. We do have Atlantic makos here. So Alan Lundy, the subscriber that sent me this, he did a little bit of research himself. He actually contacted Reuters. This is a copy of their reply, and they said it was only released to limited media. Essentially, they said, we ran this by our company archivist, and we found the same story on the Toronto Star, but nowhere else. He surmises the story may have been written by a trainee, and essentially may have only been sent to a limited audience. It's hard to know, as everything is done differently today, as you know. So the story definitely existed. It's not like this has just appeared. And I couldn't find this on a Google search. It literally is buried in some archive. So now Alan did say that Richard Pearce from the Sharks Trust was living abroad at the time, so perhaps he didn't quite investigate it. Richard Pearce has gone out on expeditions and written a book. It's a really good book. Again, I'll link it below.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Post Jaws, in my opinion, you know, the hype, the hysteria, the appetite for great white sharks is pretty big, even in the late 80s, early 90s. Sure, we're pre-internet, so sharing wasn't as easy. I can't believe that the British media wouldn't have got onto this if it was legit, but I'll put it out there to you guys now. Remember, it's linked below. Have a look, and by all means get in touch with me via email or Instagram should you have anything interesting or any findings about it or know of it. I certainly had never heard of it. What's been going on in British waters recently? So a subscriber who also happens to be an RAF pilot commented to say that RAF Lossiemouth Sortie saw and photographed six hammerheads sharks. Kid you not, but we can't get the photos because obviously they're probably classified from the military. We know we've got hammerheads in our waters. They are a confirmed shark. A shark swims meters from swimmers on the Pembrokeshire coast. There's loads of pictures of it. That is a basking shark. 100%, no doubt about it. We see loads of them on the Isle of Man where I live. Definitely a basking shark, not a great white. Thresher shark spotted breaching, again, the Pembrokeshire coast. Seems to be a bit of a hotspot down there. Place I free dived in one of the last videos, in that seal colony. They've been photographed there doing it as well. Just on that, I am going to go down there with a friend of mine, Chris, who's a dive master, and we're going to check it out at either sunrise or sunset, just as the light's changing, where there should be increased activity. We may, you know, there's been reports of Porbeagle sharks in the area, so we'll go out there and have a look. If nothing else, we'll see some beautiful fish, hopefully loads of seals. They're quite playful, aren't they? Sailor spots huge shark in shallow water off Tenby Beach. I don't know if this is the same sighting as the ones I've just mentioned, but again, 100% basking shark. Oh yeah, I see the orcas are going turbo again down in South Africa, killing great white sharks. You know, I've got a contact down in South Africa who runs a shark cage diving charter. He said there's hardly any down there now, great whites. He said they're really struggling. Even with the chumming, even near Seal Alley, the lot, they just don't seem to be there. I know I get plenty of questions as to whether the orcas may have driven the great whites away north towards here. We've seen those sightings, certainly more in the Mediterranean and more on that sort of coast. I had quite a few questions on the Egypt Red Sea attacks that happened earlier on this month, 3rd of July I think, where 2 women were killed 600 metres apart. I'll put whereabouts it was in Egypt, I can't remember. Essentially, it's been confirmed that it was a mako shark, and then I looked at some other attacks as well that happened in Egypt. I've swam in the Red Sea, I've dived in the Red Sea quite a lot. I've never seen a shark there. However, there was an attack in 2020 and one in 2018, and they were oceanic white-tip sharks. So they've got quite a lot of sharks there. They don't have great whites to my understanding, but they do have tiger sharks. I think there was one spotted that was 5.5 metres long off some reef. I love tiger sharks. But yeah, just to answer another question I get all the time is why don't I go spearfishing? Spearfishing is illegal where I live. It's basically classed as a firearm. I'd be arrested, so I'm not allowed to do that here. If I push out of Manx waters, further towards the UK, I can go spearfishing. As you know, the boat is ready. I've been out on the boat. We're going to have some great small boat adventures coming up as well. So the main thing is to do explore shipwrecks, jump some waters, and get all my techie stuff under the water and see what comes. Now, just to finish off the video really, I'd like to say that British waters are completely safe. I'm going to put some statistics up here about what your chances are of getting attacked by a shark. Something like 1 in 3.7 million chance. Our waters are completely safe, and that's a worldwide statistic. Like I say, if you've got anything of interest to do with this 1988 news article, I'm not buying it. I don't think there's anything in it. If it was, it might have been a Porbeagle or a mako, or I don't think it was a great white. Is it possible? Yes. But I believe the British media would have been all over that if it was legit.
It's here. Hello. Good God. That's not Photoshop.
Well, hey, I'm going to go and dry all this gear off now, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully this is a quick video. I've done it in one take, so it's got to be done. See you later, guys. Thank you very much, and have a great week.